Recruiting is an amazing thing and often a surprise. A guy from California wants to come to Bama? Some might say Alabama is no longer a big deal, but they're wrong. Let's look at the new recruit who could land at Bama. With an eye on a young talent from California, Khalil Terry, a four-star defensive back in the class of 2027. His story is not only about a promising prospect, but also about how the well-oiled machine in Tuscaloosa continues to attract the best players in the country. When Khalil Terry received an offer from Alabama in March, it marked a defining moment in his career as a player. It wasn't just another offer among many, it was an opportunity to connect with one of the most iconic programs in the sport. He had previously received offers from giants like Georgia, Arkansas, and Nebraska, but Alabama carries a different weight. It's like a seal of excellence, an invitation to join a lineage of champions. Alabama is one of the programs that set the standard, Terry said, and those words echo the sentiments of many young athletes who dream of donning the red and white of the Tide. What makes this story even more compelling is the family and emotional context surrounding Terry. He grew up watching the Saban era, seeing firsthand how Alabama turned defensive backs into NFL stars. His brother had the opportunity to attend a pro day in Tuscaloosa last year, and that certainly helped solidify the personal connection Terry feels to the program. He also mentioned his relationship with Courtney Morgan, a name that carries respect in the recruiting world. Those interpersonal connections are crucial in the decision-making process for a young player, and Alabama seems to be building a strong network around Terry. But what's really impressive about Khalil Terry is how he sees Alabama not just as a winning team, but as a place where he can grow as a player and a person. He pointed to the program's reputation for developing elite safeties and defensive backs, a tradition that dates back to the days of Minkah Fitzpatrick and Mark Barron. Today, with Kalen DeBoer at the helm, the Crimson Tide are looking to renew their identity without losing the winning DNA that has always characterized them. Terry recognizes that. He spoke of the positive impact the new coaching staff has had, citing names like Maurice Linguist and Jason Jones as figures who inspire confidence. For a young player, knowing that he will be surrounded by capable and experienced mentors is a big factor. Physically, Terry is exactly the type of athlete that Alabama loves to mold. He combines size, aggression, and versatility. He can play safety, nickel, or even corner, which makes him a valuable asset in any modern defensive scheme. More than his athletic ability, however, it is his mentality that stands out. He describes himself as a smart player, someone who understands the nuances of the game and knows how to anticipate opponents' plays. That kind of analytical approach is something Coach DeBoer likely values, especially in a system that demands tactical discipline and precise execution. While Terry is currently committed to Michigan State, his statement that he is excited to visit Tuscaloosa is a clear sign that Alabama remains in the running. The fact that he highlights aspects like the academic environment and family support for the program shows that his decision goes beyond the football field. He is thinking about the future, both short-term and long-term. And for a young man his age, having Alabama as an option is almost irresistible. Kalen DeBoer's arrival as head coach has brought a new chapter to Alabama, but the essence of the program remains intact. The ability to attract talent like Khalil Terry reflects not only the prestige of the brand, but also the program's adaptability to the changing landscape of college football. DeBoer is building something special in Tuscaloosa, and the prospect of Terry joining that project is exciting for everyone involved. While Khalil Terry's future is still up in the air, Alabama has already shown that they are willing to compete for the best. Their tradition of developing great safeties and defensive backs lives on, and Terry's interest is further proof of that. So he's a welcome addition to the team. Ryan Grubb continues to be excited about Bama and the running backs. Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator for the Alabama Crimson Tide, doesn't hide his excitement when talking about the running backs that will be under his tutelage in 2025. The running back position at Alabama has always carried a special weight within the program, and Grubb seems determined to explore the full potential of this multifaceted group that promises to be a key part of the Tide's offense in the coming years. With a mix of experienced veterans and young talent, Alabama's backfield has everything it needs to be a dominant force, and Grubb is visibly excited about the possibilities. One of the names that has caught the most attention is Jam Miller, the team's leading rusher for the 2024 season. After amassing an impressive 668 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns, Miller returns to the program as a central piece of the offensive scheme. Despite the injuries that bothered him last year, he has shown resilience and ability to produce when healthy. Grubb stressed that health will be a crucial factor in the success of Miller and the other running backs, and the expectation is that with less physical wear and tear, they will be able to shine even more on the field. It's going to be cool to see what they can do out there from a physical standpoint, because they're a little fresher than they were during the season, Grubb said, reinforcing the importance of a healthy roster to maximize the impact of the running game. Alongside Miller, Richard Young emerges as another important name. Although his statistics were more modest last season, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns, he has already shown flashes of his talent, especially in critical moments. Young has the ability to be a difference maker both on the ground and through the air, something Grubb deeply values. The coordinator emphasized that at Alabama, a running back can't just run the ball, he needs to be versatile, capable of contributing as a receiver and pass protector. This complete back mentality has been a hallmark of the program over the years, and Young seems willing to embrace the challenge. Another interesting addition to this group is Dre Washington, a senior who joined Alabama after transferring from Louisiana. In his final season there, Washington accumulated 478 yards and 5 touchdowns, proving himself to be a reliable and productive player. His experience and ability to read defenses add depth to the Tide's backfield, and Grubb certainly sees him as a valuable piece to complement Miller and Young's style of play. The combination of different running styles, from physical strength to explosive speed, is something the coordinator intends to explore to the fullest. The younger members of the group, such as Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley and A.K. Deere, are also intriguing. Although they are still in the early stages of development, they represent the future of the program. Grubb specifically mentioned Kevin Riley's speed as an asset that can be used in specific situations, emphasizing the idea that each player brings something unique to the team. This diversity of skills allows Alabama to adapt its game to the characteristics of its opponents, making the offense even more unpredictable and lethal. Grubb also spoke about Alabama's overall running game philosophy, reiterating that the team will continue to utilize a multi-dimensional approach. You'll see inside zone, outside zone, fast break, power, pin, pull, fly, sweep, all the things we've always done, he said. That tactical variety is another reason why the Tide's running backs are so prominent. They're not only responsible for gaining yards, but also for blocking, protecting the quarterback and even participating in the passing game as reliable targets. That complete player mentality is something Grubb hopes to instill in every member of the backfield. The coordinator also made a point of highlighting Alabama's running back tradition, noting that 4 of the team's 8 murals in the locker room honor greats at the position, such as Najee Harris. If I were a running back at this school, I would be looking at this as the ultimate challenge, Grubb said. That statement reflects the competitive mindset that permeates the entire program. The players know that wearing an Alabama uniform means following in the footsteps of legends, and that creates a positive pressure for them to constantly excel. Ryan Grubb's excitement about Alabama's running backs goes beyond the stats or individual names. He sees a group that can be molded to meet the needs of a modern offense that can impose its will on the ground as well as through the air. The combination of seasoned veterans like Miller and Washington with young prospects like Riley and Deere gives Alabama a flexibility that is rare in college football. What do you think? Let me know.